What's up, Apple Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. Hey, I just bought myself an Apple Watch. This is the 3 Series, GPS and cellular. Came out relatively recently, a month or two ago. This is the Nike version. As I unboxed it here, true unboxing, I just went and picked it up. And what I want to show you here is give you a little commentary on why I picked this up. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I did own an Apple Watch, a Series 1, I guess, when it first came out. I was really excited about it. I thought it would be a nice polished product. You may know and follow me that I talked about why I sold it. I ended up selling it, and there were really two reasons. One, as a watch guy, and as a technology guy and an Apple guy, I was really excited about it. This is the 42 millimeter in space gray. But there were two big things, and the one big thing was it just didn't look pretty enough. It just wasn't beautiful enough. When you wear a watch, oh, look at that. It's kind of mounted in here sideways. For fashion, one of the things that you kind of start getting used to is that looking great, and it's a finely crafted piece of equipment, and it just feels great, looks great. You can get a cup full of different watches, start a collection. Match them to your outfit, etc., etc. And, the Apple Watch just wasn't really good looking. It looked like a little computer, like an iPod Nano on a strap. It wasn't horrible, especially in the smartwatch world, but I actually thought the Moto 360 and some of the round watches looked a little better. So that was one reason. And then the second reason, really, and the critical thing for me was that what ended up happening was I realized that it was really just an extension of my phone, and being paired to the phone is what generated all of its smart features, right? It had to be paired to give you alerts, to, calendar reminders, to take calls, to receive messages. And so what I realized, it was just a slight extension of the phone. If I had the phone in my pocket and the watch on my wrist, great. I'd get some alerts, and it was a little easier than pulling out the phone, but it wasn't really kind of a standalone piece. It was just a slight extension, a kind of watered down extension of your phone. The fact that now this watch has cellular connectivity, LTE connectivity, and can operate independent of the phone is the game changer for me. And so I can kind of look past the looks because of the feature set that LTE brings to it. So we're going to try it out. Hopefully I'll be impressed by it. You can see here the packaging and a little indentation. Some of the watches come, stretched out like in a large white box, which is how it originally came on mine. As you can see, it's space gray, which is not black, but it's kind of like this charcoal bead blasted gray. You can see here the red insert on the button indicates that it's cellular. It's maybe kind of like a Christian Louboutin thing. Somehow Apple wanted to show kind of a premium charge. Everything else is exactly the same as the other series of Apple Watches, except for this crystal over the back, or this lens over the back. It's a little bit thicker, but nothing that you could perceive. And then kind of the standard Apple Watch bars. Now, lugs here with the strap. Now, the strap and the Nike features are kind of two unique things. So there's no price upcharge. This is still $429 minus tax and any other expenses that you might have to pay, but this is exactly the same color. Now, the only thing I know that's different about the Nike watch, Nike, is that it has a different watch face, kind of a big, bold neon yellow numbers, and I think it comes with like the Nike fitness kit already installed. I think that's really the only thing. So there's really no material difference, which is why there's no material price difference. One of the things I did like, though, when I was looking at them, and we're going to be doing some upgrades on this watch because, like I said, even though it's not a particularly beautiful watch, I do want to make it look as nice as possible, is that I like this strap. So a lot of them have that kind of silicone sport strap. Even on the Nike ones, those look a little bit better because they're a little flashy. They have some like inserts like that are kind of neon green or neon white, and they look great. But this one is kind of look like a fabric band, and it's kind of interesting. It feels like a kind of nylon thread. It almost feels like the soft side of a Velcro pair. I actually think kind of the plastic sharp end of a piece of Velcro would stick to this really well. As you can see, it's kind of striped. It's actually like a silver gray and black stripe, but it's pretty soft, and it feels pretty nice. Actually, you can kind of see the loops there, right? I'm not sure if you can see it there, but you can kind of see the thread loops that they kind of stick up. They're actually like a little springy. And on this end here we have, oh, you know what? Velcro is exactly what it is, because it has the sharp ends of the Velcro, little pads here. So it kind of works like their Milanese strap. Oh, and it's got the Nike logo on there. and it just loops through this end, which is a full-on bar, and so you could use probably any of the Milanese type of straps. But then obviously it's just Velcro. Now the cool thing about that is that it's probably going to allow you to really fit this to your wrist, regardless of if you're bloated or sweaty, and kind of wear it tight or loose or whatever you want. So I'm just going to put it on here. It's kind of infinitely adjustable, as opposed to a lot of traditional watch bands, especially bracelets, which are kind of fixed. It kind of has a little bit of like a NATO strap look because of kind of that opening right there. And as you can see, looks good. And like I said, Velcro's down. Has a little plastic cap on the end here, but feels good, man. I mean, that material, it's clever. The material feels comfortable on the wrist, and there it is. There's a 42 millimeter Apple Watch on a 7.5-inch wrist. Okay, let's keep going here. So LTE Cellular, I guess this thing is just a tray. It's pretty thick, but it's just a tray. And then you get this insert here, Apple Watch. I think this is the pamphlets, kind of the Quickstart. That's the face I was talking about. That's unique here. Kind of a Quickstart guide. I don't think a lot has changed. I know the Apple Watch iOS has changed just a little bit. And then here is the accessories. You get another power brick, kind of standard Apple power brick, and then you get this little magnetic cable. Now these things are worth their weight in gold almost, because I want to say they're like $50 when you need extras. And of course you're going to need probably another one, because you're going to probably have one on your nightstand. I don't know, you could take it with you everywhere you go, but if you're going to travel a lot or something, I would probably just have another one in your travel kit. As you can see, it's a kind of a little dot. This part is concave a little bit. I'm going to pull off the plastic here, and it's all white. Nice looking, not bad. All right, there we go. Wow, this whole thing is covered really well. I don't know who applies that, but I feel sorry for them. And kind of shiny, new looking Apple. The pretty long cord, and then obviously USB here on that end. So if I were to take off my watch here, what ends up happening is this fits very nicely over that lens and starts charging. So it does use just regular magnetic charger here, but just standard wireless charging. I even think it follows the Qi standard or uses it, but for whatever reason, when I put this on other Qi wireless charging pads, it never seems to charge. We'll probably try that again with this one and just see if that's something that's changed, but there it is. Now, Apple, obviously, the new iPhone 8 and iPhone 10 are wireless charging too, and I think they're making a pad that is kind of universal that'll charge your iWatch or your Apple Watch with it as well. I think that's it. This piece is kind of locked in there. So this is it. This is kind of the full unboxing. I don't even remember really how to turn it on, but a couple things that will end up having to happen is I'll probably charge it up. I've also ordered those adapters, the spring bar adapters, so that I can replace this watch band with a watch band of my choosing, which will probably be a leather band. I do like, we'll probably try to get some different covers to try, some different portable chargers, because this is kind of interesting. I've seen this little thing attached to now some portable power banks, so that's pretty cool that there's more accessories for taking this on the road. I'm going to get this connected to what I use, AT&T, and then just try the heck out of this thing and see how it works. So that will be another review, but I just wanted to give you a first look at the unboxing. So like I said, the cellular piece is the game changer for me. The fact that I can mow my lawn, listen to my podcast, listen to my music without having to have my phone, and I'm not going to be worried about missing text messages or phone calls or emails because I can still get them on my watch. I think that's pretty awesome. How many times have I gone to lunch with people, left my phone at my desk or whatever, and forgot that I have a meeting at 1 o'clock because I don't have any reminders? So this is the cellular version of this. I think is really the only version that you should have, and that's what brought me back into the fold. So I'm pretty excited about it. Peter Von Panda with my new Apple Watch Nike Series 3 GPS and cellular. Out!